friend having a bad time. What's up guys, it's Ray here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my new studio, guys. This past week, maybe week and a half, I have been busting my butt trying to get this studio to look nice, trying to get it to look good. I've been spending so much money on art supplies and lighting and just trying to get this studio to look good and get my videos to be like top quality. And because I've been spending like so much money on art supplies this whole entire week, I decided that this week's video is gonna be a chill video.
And when I say chill video, I mean cheap. Like, let's be real here.
What I'm about to say is such a YouTuber thing, but I went ahead and asked you guys on Instagram what you guys wanted me to see this week. Either makeup with art supplies or testing out all of Dollar Tree's products. And lo and behold, you guys came through and you guys picked Dollar Tree. So for those of you who don't know, maybe you don't live in North America, or maybe you don't have a Dollar Tree near you. Like, how do I even begin to explain Dollar Tree? And I have done a video in the past where I did a $1 cheap art challenge or something like that, but I didn't test out the other stuff that Dollar Tree has to offer. I just tried out the stuff that I knew would work really well. So today, guys, we are going down the Dollar Tree rabbit hole of art supplies. If any of the supplies here is good, it's gonna be a miracle because everything is $1 and that's incredibly cheap. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the video. Hello, we are here in my new studio with my new desk. So the first thing that caught my eye at Dollar Tree, which they are known for having really crappy paint, so I picked up their watercolor paint, their poster paint, and then lastly, this unknown paint. It doesn't say what kind of paint, it doesn't say if it's acrylic, face paint, poster paint, tempera, it literally just says paint. And of course there's no canvas there, so I had to pick up a paint and marker pad, which, I mean, this paint is literally on here, so this should, in theory, hold my paint.
This paper is like super thin.
So we're off to kind of already a bad start.
There's not going to be a particular order that we do this in, so the first one we're going to work with will be the poster paint, which I didn't notice this when I bought it, but apparently it's like leaking from the inside and it has ruined the packaging. So we kind of off to a bad start already. Now, of course, like I said, it's like leaking all over the place, and when I opened it, all of the crap got all over my hands and all over my desk. How could this happen to me? And that's not all.
Okay, you guys, I just opened this paint, and like my first question is like, why does this look like actual milk? So what this is telling me is that this paint is probably going to be very not pigmented.
Actually, we do know that the pigments are pretty unsaturated. The texture, and this is kind of weird, but it literally reminds me of fake blood that you get on Halloween, or just like coagulated blood in general. In fact, yeah, literally just like fake blood. In fact, it probably makes a better fake blood than it does paint. It's so bad, I don't even think you can tell what I drew or painted. So I think it comes to no surprise that this first poster paint, I'm gonna give it a huge, big, fat 0, or F, or whatever I decide. Now the next thing that catches my curiosity is that unknown paint. Like, I still to this day don't know if it's acrylic, if it's tempera, if it's what it's supposed to be. At this point, who knows? It's anybody's game. Also, it came with like a really crappy brush, like even worse than the other one. So to give it a fighting chance, I'm going to use a brush by Crayola, which is a much better quality brush. So I just opened this, and it appears that there is mold growing on the yellow paint. It's not the paint's fault that it was moldy. It's just that it's been there for a while, I guess, at that specific Dollar Tree. And the paint isn't even that bad. Like, once I switched out, okay, it's pretty bad, but once I switched out, like, different brushes, it was like a billion times easier to push around the paint and at least make it look a little bit smoother. I mean, compared to the other paint that we just worked with, this one is a little bit better. I mean, it's still pretty terrible, but at least like you could see that I'm actually coloring it. And to give credit where credit is due, the black was surprisingly much better than the rest of the paint. Because the paint had mold on it and because the black was alright, I'm gonna give this a C-.
Alright, so let's really try to give this last one a fighting chance. Using some really good paper, a really good paintbrush, we should, in theory, get something workable out of this. And besides, there's like a little Mickey Mouse on there. How cute is that? On the back, it's from a brand called Peachtree Playthings, so that's pretty promising. Like, that's not bad for the Dollar Tree.
Now, I don't mean to brag here, but I've been on YouTube for about maybe a year and a half now, and I've come across a lot of bad watercolor. So what we are working with right now, honestly, is not that bad. As you guys just saw, I've had way worse that cost way more. And of course, like, yes, the paper and the paintbrush helped, but they weren't expensive. They were everything in this that is shown right here, it was under $6, and I will leave links to everything down below where you can purchase it yourself. And then I did the thing where you let it soak a little bit and then it makes it super saturated, so that color payout wasn't bad at all. Ta-da! See, this one doesn't look bad at all. I mean, like, compared to the other ones. You know, I guess that one's not too bad either, but by far the watercolor is the best. I'm feeling a little generous today, so I'm gonna rate this baby a C+. Now, I wasn't too sure where to categorize watercolor pencils, because they're paint, but at the same time, they're not paint. But what the heck, we'll just throw them in anyway. And I know I keep referencing it, but you might have seen this brand from my last video with the charcoal pencils, and they happen to have watercolor pencils, which I've never tried out.
So these come with 6 pencils.
And in theory, they should all melt together beautifully, but the question is, will they? Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's not terrible, but yeah, they did what they needed to do for $1. I did have a little bit of trouble using ink with these because they require so much water to break down, and therefore, like, once all that water touched even the little bit of ink, it like dissolved the ink. That was kind of a mess. So I'm gonna give these the official SuperRaeDizzle rating of B-, or maybe even just a B, because they're not that bad. Okay, B-.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. So yeah, that was my take on Dollar Tree / dollar store art supplies. A mass majority of them, as expected, were, you know, kind of crap. But I will leave a link down below to all the supplies, either high-end, low-end, whatever your price point is, of supplies that are much better quality than this. And I've referenced so many videos in this video. I will leave links to every old video that I referenced in here. And plus you can see like my old room and how much my videos have improved. Like, you think I'm trash now, like check out my old videos and see true trash. And of course, if you guys want to check out all of my old art, my new art, keep up with me, all that good stuff. Social tags will be somewhere around here. And with that being said, guys, I love you guys so much, and I will see you next video. I don't know why I threw that.